What's up guys, Gasper here, and for today's video we are going to review the Providence Gundam. So if you can remember, we already did an unboxing of this way back May 2020, and I tell you, this is an awesome kit. Alright, so I've already made like a quick introduction of this kit on my unboxing video. If you haven't watched it, I recommend you watch it first. Link will be down on the description so that you can watch it later. But I'm going to make a quick introduction of this kit. This is the Providence Gundam, and it is from the Seed series. So this bad boy is actually a member of the ZAFT, or the Zodiac Alliance Freedom Treaty, the enemy of the freedom, the strike freedom. Alright, so the pilot of this kit is Rolecrost, or Rolecrosset. What? And this actually came up on the last part, or the last episodes of the Gundam Seed. If you wanted to actually build a kit, or you wanted to start building a kit, I recommend all of the kits from the Gundam series, the Gundam Seed series, because they are really an awesome kit. Alright, so enough with the preview or the introduction. We are going to go to the review. Alright guys, so on to the review. So first things first that we're going to review is the head. So we're going to go like the always from the top to the bottom part. Alright, so to the foot. So first is the head. So as you can see, this is the head here. Right? It can go upward, downward, tilt it to the side, sides, tilt it a little bit, tilt it like that, down. So that's the only thing you could do with the head. Also, one of the unique things about this kit is the shoulder lasers. As you can see here, there is two lasers at its shoulders, so you can move it up and down. There you go. You can tilt it up and down, same as the other one. There you go. For the body, there's not much going on with the body. There is an opening for the cockpit. I don't know if you could see that. Let me focus on that because of the brightness. There you go. There's an opening to the cockpit over there, and you cannot put a pilot in there, not like the other kits. Like for the Freedom and for the other kits, you cannot put like a pilot inside because it's too small. Right, so the only thing you could do about it is you can either open it or close it. That's it. Also, one of the unique things about this kit are the rubber parts, which are here on the sides. So you can see here on its rib cage, there are rubber parts that are on the sides. There you go. For the pipe-like things that comes out from the Freedom Gundam. What? I mean the Providence Gundam. Right, so moving on, we go to the shoulders. So you cannot this has a lot of unique things in it, especially the shoulders, because it's very long. Not like the other Gundams, it's like this short, or either this long, or like only this part. But this one, it has like a really long arms to support the backpack unit of the Gundam itself. There's nothing much going on about this kit. You cannot move the things on the sides. You could only just, rotate it like that, rotate it here, tilt it upward, tilt it downward. So it's not, it hinders the 360 rotation of the shoulder itself. But for the arms, you could rotate it all the way 360. So you can see there. Also, this one, you could only move it upwards, all the way up, and downwards. There we go. For the hands, not like the other kits, it has changeable hands. It doesn't have the full moving hands like you have on the heavy arms, the on the other kits. So you can see you cannot move the fingers. Also, you can only move the thumb. There you go. To open and close it if you wanted to put something on it, or if you wanted to like have it posing or something. You can also, like the other kits, rotate it like 360. There we go. So that's the only thing that are cool about this the arms, the MG kit, is that you could rotate it all the way up, not like the other kits from the HG kit or the other MG kit that you cannot move the arms all the way up like this. So that's actually a plus for me, because a lot of my poses that I wanted to do is you have to move the hands like really up. So that's a plus for me. Let's go to the hips. You could rotate, tilt your Gundam like to the sides like that, which is a good thing. You could rotate it all the way there, rotate it like this, but like the other Gundam, we cannot rotate it 360 degrees because of the hips here, the waist. It hinders the movement of the Gundam all the way 360. Which is good for me, because you cannot rotate like the body 360 unless you're a ghost or something.
Stop it. Get some help.
To the waist part here, we got the flaps. So like the other kits, some other kits have longer flaps, like longer like flaps right here that doesn't move. Some have smaller, like all the way here. Or some doesn't have this thing. They only have this. But they all have the front flaps like this that you can move upward, downward, tilt it up, then tilt it down, move it a little bit on the side, tilt and move. There you go. Alright, so one of the unique things again on this kit are the dragoons on the side. You could actually remove them like this. Before that, you can move it up and down, tilt it up and down like the dragoons. So you could reposition your dragoons however you like. You can move it like that, you can move it like this, or you could like move it all the way up like that. There's no regulation on how you can move the dragoons, but you could also remove it. There you go, as you can see, because you can buy like the special what you call the effects pack that are not included on the kit. It's like sold separately, and it's really cool because you have a lot of effects for the dragoons, because this thing has a lot of these. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back. So not only here, it also has that at the back, which are longer than the ones on the side. You can move it up and down. There you go. You could rotate it. There you go. Also the same thing here. All right, moving on to the legs. So legs, I haven't tried it before if I could do like the full split, because that's an awesome kit if the Gundam or the MG kit actually can make a full split. So let's try it out. All right, so a good thing about that is it can make a full split, because if it can make a full split, you could do whatever pose you wanted with the Gundam, however you like it with them. So for the legs, you can move it up like that or down, rotate it. There we go. So not much. You could just rotate it up and down. You can move it up, down, or you would break it. You can only like move it on the side. There you go, like full split. for the legs, you could actually move them all the way back. There you go. So that's a plus for me because you could actually create cool poses using this pose over here, or like that, or like this, however you like. So for the rotation, I really can't, although you can only rotate like this, rotate the legs, but not move it up or down. There you go. So for the feet, there's a flap for the feet here to help move the feet freely. Like you can move it up, down, like that. See, it doesn't really regulate the movements of the feet. So also here, you can move the heels and the front of the foot like all the way down. I mean the front of the foot all the way down. Like you could do that all the way up. There you go. Same as the other one here. So that's all for the body of the Gundam itself. But also, I wanted to add is the unique color of this, because you can only see a lot of Gundams that have white, red, and blue color, or like gold and black, or most of those colors, but not much of the kits have a gray matte color, which is kind of cool. So enough with the review about the Gundam. Let's move on to the weapons. Alright guys, so on to the review of the weapons. So first things first, I wanted to clear myself that these things on the shoulders are called Picus guns. So they're mounted on the shoulders of the Providence Gundam, and on the head, the smaller guns that are here on the side of the head. So these things are not powerful enough to seriously damage any other mobile suits, but suitable for shooting down incoming missiles. So this kit is actually packed with a lot of armaments. So that's why it's the secret weapon of the ZAFT. Alright, so the next one is the beam rifle. There you go. As you can see, this is really quite big. Right, so not like the other beam rifles from the other kits, which are almost this small, or sometimes only this long. But this one is actually huge. Look at this. It's actually the size of my palm. My palm is big, right? So this one is a handheld weapon used by the Providence Gundam. As I've told you, this is actually larger than the other beam rifles that was used by the Justice Gundam and the Freedom Gundam. So this is much bigger, and you could move this right here if you wanted to do like an action of holding the gun like this or like this. So this is actually big enough and heavy enough that the Providence Gundam have to hold it or have the support of his shoulders, because he cannot arm it using only the hands. Alright guys, so for the next weapon we have the composite arm shield system. So this is a this thing is mounted on the left hand of left forearm of the Gundam. There's actually a hole here where you could put it. It'll be over here. As you can see, there's like a little hole here where you can mount the composite arm shield system. So this thing both has the defensive and offensive properties in it, because it is armed with a large beam saber, as you can see here. There you go. Has a cool effect though. red beam saber. I'm sorry, it's not focusing. There you go. Red beam saber and 2 beam guns, which are on both sides of the weapon. There you go. So how do you mount this thing? So you could actually open the flaps here at the side, at the bottom part of the kit. Could just pop it like this. There you go. And then move this thing all the way to the side a little bit. Then you find the hole. And you just put it like this. Right here. There you go. And then you close the things, close everything, and there you go. It's mounted already on our Gundam. See? Alright, so for the next one will be our backpack system. So this has the Dragoons on it. Alright, so not only here, it is as I've showed it to you guys before, it is also on the waist part of the Gundam. There you go. So what are Dragoons? This is a disconnected rapid armament group overlook operation network system. So it is the main attraction or the main weapon of the Providence Gundam. So before we go on to that, we are going to review this backpack first. What are the things that you can do on this Gundam? So first is, there you go. So first is the rocket launchers at the bottom of the backpack. You can move it up, tilt it up or down, and it will show smaller launchers at the bottom. There you go, to make it even more faster. What are the other things? You can move the Dragoons. You could tilt it way to the front. This. We could just leave it way at the back. Like that. Also, you could move the backpack to the side of the kit, or you could tilt it upward or downward. What? Alright. So what are the Dragoons that are included in the kit? So we have the large Dragoons, which are the 3 large things that you see at the backpack. So these are the large Dragoons. You could actually detach them. There you go. So you can see here. And it has 4 or 5 lasers in it. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one, or the main one. There you go. As the name implies, it can be remotely controlled by the pilot of the Gundam itself. Also, we have the smaller pods or smaller Dragoons that are included here. So these are the smaller Dragoons. You could also detach them. There you go. And it has a purpose of why you could detach them. So the next thing I'm going to show you are the effects of the Gundam. So these are the included effects of the Gundam. So these silver or white transparent things are the effects for the Gundam. So we have 3 for the large ones. Where are the 3 ones? So these are the 3 for the large ones, and 2 for the small ones. There you go. So how do you put them on the Dragoons? So first things first, you have to detach. There you go. The Dragoons, and then you have to put the effects at the bottom part of the Dragoon. There you go. And you reattach the smaller part back. So you not like the smaller pods, the bigger pods or the bigger Dragoons, it only stays still. But if you buy the effect pack or the extension pack of the Providence Gundam, you could actually move the effects however you like. So for the smaller pods, so just have to detach it like that. Get the small effect, attach it, there you go, and then put it back in. Question, can you put this in the waist pack? Yes, you could actually put it on the Dragoons on the waist also, because it has the same parts as the one on the backpack. So also not included in this is the neutron jammer canceller. So it is the special weapon also of the Providence Gundam that automatically cancels the one that cancels or jams the connection of the Providence Gundam or the power. Also, this thing is powered by a nuclear reactor that is powerful enough to power all of this. That's why it needs the rubber parts at the ribcage of the Gundam itself. There you go. So it's not really, we cannot really see it here because it's not included, so that'll be too much for all of this to be shown here on this kit. So also the other cool thing about this is the color itself. So the color has a purpose. Why is it gray? So also the unique thing about this, or the unique information about it, is the gray color of this Gundam. So it really has a purpose. So the purpose of the gray color of the Gundam is for the phase shift armor, or the PS armor. It regulates the damage. It gives an electrical surge that regulates the damage of the physical damages that it receives. That is one thing. That's why they installed a nuclear reactor on this kit, because using the phase shift armor, it uses a lot of energy. So you could all see that in the anime. So watch the anime, Gundam Seed, or you could actually read the manga. You could just browse it online to know more about the Providence Gundam. So that's all for the review. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, like and subscribe, and also please leave a comment down below on what kit should I be doing next, or if you have some questions, I'll gladly answer them. Alright, so as always, I hope you enjoy.